Hello, welcome back to, we'll say it's been a chilly day at the motor house. Yesterday, the weather cooperated just enough. It was about 41 degrees and low humidity, and I finished sandblasting the chassis. Yes, so that is really great. The chassis is finished. There's a few touch-up areas that basically, I think they're like a little bit of a grime, maybe some grease, things that need a little more attention, which I'll take care of. It's easier to do them. I was losing light. You'll see some of these spots here. They can all just be taken off with a little bit of cleaner and a scratchy pad and get the surface prepped. So, oh, sorry, just gotta step around this thing. I didn't concentrate too much on something like this in some areas here. These are all the new steel. This piece and this piece are new steel, and all they had was just a little bit of a primer on them. So really, they just need roughed up. They'll get touched up with some sandpaper and a few other things. I'll have to get something down in these tubes to clean them up. I've ordered the paint. The paint is here. There's some areas, I would say, right down here, which are harder to get to, but I'm gonna, same on the other side, a little harder to get to. If you see that black there, that's got to have something in there. It just wasn't going to blast out. It's got to be picked out and put some degreaser, probably a lot of engine oil, different things, and grease got in there. It's going to get cleaned out. Places like that. Here's another one, like right here. You can blast away, but it doesn't really work that well. You need a good cleaning. So this is, let's see, this is a completion to this step. Getting the chassis ready for all this. Yeah. For anybody who was interested, I did not put the waste sand. I did not just throw it out. I put it to use. I put it to some good use. I shoveled it up into some buckets, and when we have the ice that we have every winter and it gets slippery, I can throw it out as grit to keep us from sliding around on the ice. So that's it. Some other details. It took about 15 hours of work to sandblast this chassis. And that includes prep time and clean up each day. And you get a few hours each day of, we'll say, good weather in the afternoon. And then that was about all that you have until it gets dark too soon. So I figured out about 15 hours of what it took. And if anyone's wondering, why does it take that long? Okay, get yourself a pencil eraser and think about just rubbing every surface and every nook and cranny that you can. And how long would it take you to go over every surface on this? And you can come up with 15 hours, I think, pretty easily. So, of course, I did try to make it a gentle cleaning. I didn't crank up it up to like 90 psi, which would have really wore through things, been too aggressive for it. So it takes a little longer in that respect. Might have blasted through faster if I had done that. But so here we are. The chassis is ready for a little more touch-up, cleaning, and then final things before I paint it. And for those who might be interested, I'm gonna do the last part of this video with some information about sandblasting equipment. If anybody's interested, they can stick around and I'll tell you what all I used. Started with, and I've used these hoods. It's just a standard hood. It's got a hard hat in it. It goes over a little piece of plastic to look through, very small window. And on the sides, it's got some mesh. And you have to wear a respirator, dust mask underneath, because everything comes in. Your ears get it, your hair gets dusty. It's it's not the best environment to be in, but it's cheap. We've used them for decades. That's what we had. They've worked. So I decided I wanted to go better. So I got myself a hood. And this is a fresh air. You see the hose. And that's where you hook up to an air line. Now, not your air compressor line. Just want to definitely say that is a very good point, as you do not use your basic air line. It's got to be clean air that you can breathe. And your air compressors, most of them have oil in them, and you're not going to have what I could call healthy air to breathe. So I had, for probably about 2 decades, a pump on the shelf that I thought, well, I think this could end up being good for running a hood. So basically, this pump here, it's just a belt on the bottom around it. And I kept thinking, well, this is a filter coming in, and it's filtered air coming out, connects to a 1/4-inch line, or larger if you wanted to make a larger line. And it's filtered both directions. And I said, that would make a good air supply for a fresh air hood. And yes, it works, but it doesn't work well enough. Maybe if I changed the pulleys and that pump went faster, but it just doesn't put out enough air to, especially in the cold, we'll say in the cold, to keep the condensation off the lens. That's its biggest issue. But if it went faster and changed it up, maybe it would do better. But it's clean, and I know that the air coming through it is clean, which that's the most important thing. So what did I do? I need more air, more volume of air. And this became, let's say, they're not that expensive. This is just basically an inflator, an air compressor. And it'll do high pressure, or it will do a high volume of air to do like inner tubes, rafts, things like that. And it'll do either one. I said, well, pick this thing up. I've got the batteries, I got the system. And if I connect this to 1-inch tubing, nice flexible tubing that you get for air systems, that could provide air. And it did. I'm going to say this worked. There's a caveat with it, but I'm going to say it worked very well. Outside provided lots of fresh air. I didn't have any problems with anything fogging up. I had 50-foot of hose, so I could walk around. You clip the hose to yourself so that you're not yanking it. It works out well. Caveats. First thing is this thing, it'll only run for 10 minutes before it auto shuts off. It's got this built-in little safety thing in it. So I put it inside the door because I kept my air supply inside the warm garage. I'm blasting outside. So I'm always getting, we'll say, conditioned air through the cold hose, of course, before it gets to me. So every 10 minutes when it shut off, I'd open the door up, hit the button, get another 10 minutes out of it, and go. So the only other problem I found with it is that your forehead's going to get cold. Since it's the 50-foot of hose, most of it's outside, it's going to go through that cold hose, the air's going to get cold, and it's going to come across your forehead, and it will be chilly. But the other side, if you wanted to buy a dedicated system, that they're out there. The air supply alone is going to run you over $1,000. And you guys could look these things up. They're not expensive. And I was finding a way to do this on more of a budget. And I don't need a dedicated system. I don't do this every month. I do this like every couple years. I get into a project that I got to sandblast outside. So I didn't need to invest a huge amount of money, but that's how I did it. So that with the hood, and the hood's not that expensive. You can find them online. And I did get extra clear shields in the front. It's definitely an upgrade from we'll say the soft hood. The only thing I didn't like about it is you can't wear eyeglasses on with it. It's not designed to wear eyeglasses. So you gotta have to work it a little differently. And when it comes to painting the chassis, another reason I went into buying, well, let's see, there's a bunch of the 1-inch hose, nice and flexible. I was letting them warm up before I tried to wind it up, is I also have in my stuff, never got a chance to use it yet, but now I will. This is a fresh air hood for painting, which that's nice, and I can wear my glasses in it. That's another really great thing about this one. And you can get replacements of these. They're not real cheap, but they're not huge money either. If you need to dispose of it and get a second one, you can. So when I am ready to paint the chassis, the air supply, which you've seen my pump, will be on the other side of the garage, and the this side I'm on now, the working side, will be where the exhaust fans will be running, sucking everything out, all the fumes, and I'll have fresh, clean air to breathe. So that's a little look into the setup for sandblasting and the future setup for painting. Well, that'll I think complete this video, and thanks for watching and following along. Have a good day.